Today, I do it to salute and thank our nation's law enforcement officers during this year's National Police Week. It's notable that this week dedicated to the brave men and women in blue is in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm grateful to all working on the front lines right now, whether they're doctors and nurses or teachers and grocery store clerks. We're grateful to all of them, and a lot of jobs that I haven't even mentioned. But this week, we have the unique opportunity just to settle on one group of people to thank in a special way as National Police Week, and that's our police officers. Now more than ever, we appreciate your service and dedication. Being a police officer isn't just a job. Now, I'm in public service, so I haven't been a police officer, but I think it's fair to assume that they put their life on the line more than those of us that are members of the United States Senate. So it's not just a job, it's a calling. Each officer has answered that call and is dutifully serving during these very trying times that we call this virus pandemic. For that, I'm, and I'm sure everybody is, forever grateful. I'm particularly thankful for the men and women in blue who serve my fellow Iowans. I'd also like to recognize the officers that serve in Washington, D.C. The Capitol Police, meaning those that serve here on the Hill, work to ensure our safety and protection, not only from criminals, but also from a virus that has drastically changed the way that we work in the United States Senate to serve our constituents, the American people, and the people, for me, for the people of Iowa. Thank you to the policemen on Capitol Hill here for your selflessness and dedication. COVID-19 knows no bounds and has unfortunately affected hundreds of police officers. As of May 11th, 101 officers have died in the line of duty from the virus. We must continue to honor members of the law enforcement community who have made the ultimate sacrifice. The circumstances of loss are a little different now, but no less heroic or devastating. As a senator, my actions often speak louder than my words, so I'm pleased to show the members of the law enforcement community how much I support and appreciate you through legislation. Every year during Police Week, the Senate advances various bills focusing on the needs of the police community. So this year is no different. To that end, I recently introduced the bipartisan bill with the title Safeguarding America's First Responders Act. This bill addresses the unfortunate reality of officers' exposure to COVID-19. To ensure benefits through the Public Safety Officers Benefit Program, my bill creates a presumption that if a first responder is diagnosed with COVID-19 within 45 days of their last day on duty, the Justice Department will treat it as a line of duty incident. Loss of a family member in the line of duty isn't only emotionally devastating, but also means loss of wages in tough times. This bill recognizes the challenges posed by the pandemic and better ensures that officers' families will get the financial help as promised other police officers who are killed other ways in the line of duty. This bill enjoys wide support from multiple law enforcement groups and a group of bipartisan co-sponsors here in the United States Senate. The Senate is considering two other police bills that I support. Police officers have demanding jobs and experience events that often impact their mental health. The next bill is named the Confidentiality Opportunities for Peer Support Counseling Act, or we call it COPS, C-O-P-S, COPS Counseling Act for short. This bill builds off the recommendations provided by the Justice Department in their recent report on law enforcement mental health and wellness issues. Specifically, the bill provides confidentiality to federal law enforcement officers by restricting individuals who participate in peer support counseling sessions from disclosing communications arising out of these sessions. So, with that privacy, we encourage more people to get the help that they might need. Peer support programs serve as a valuable role in providing mental health to law enforcement and first responders. But, as I've indicated, confidentiality concerns have left these programs and these professionals underutilized. This bill also encourages best practices for officers and for first responders on peer support programs across the country. I want to thank Senator Cortez Masto for leading this bill and teaming up with me on this important issue. Lastly, I'm proud to co-sponsor Senator Hawley's bill with the title Law Enforcement Suicide Data Collection Act. This bill seeks to address mental illness and increasing suicide numbers among law enforcement by requiring the FBI to open a voluntary data collection program to track suicides and attempted suicides within local, tribal, state, and federal law enforcement by providing accurate and detailed information on these issues of suicide. More effective prevention programs can be implemented. I urge my colleagues to support all three of these bills. Passing them into law is one way of saying a big thank you to the brave men and women who serve us so selfishly in law enforcement. We owe them a debt of gratitude, particularly during the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic.